Welcome back, guys. This is episode 3 of Supermarket Simulator. As usual, today we're going to be focusing on completing the objective, and today's objective is to purchase a new section using your computer to expand your store. In the meanwhile, I'm going to do what I usually do, which is to focus the first day on simply just making enough money in order to complete this objective. First thing I want to do is to restock as much as possible. I really dislike whenever I don't have an opportunity to restock my shelf, but I know that eventually I'll get to hire people and that becomes more and more possible. Right now I'm gonna ignore the customers and simply just restock as much as I can. I usually am able to do this pretty fast, but I'm gonna take my time for the sake of playing the game and having fun. My original objective in making these videos to begin with was to have fun. With the entire process of editing and posting and all of that, I did not necessarily realize fun was becoming a bit more and more less. You see, I just threw an entire box of oil away. Alright, let me just focus. I'm not going to edit that part out because that's a very good part of life. Imagine that you actually do have or own a supermarket, right? And right now, this is not necessarily a supermarket, it's just a store. Let's say a small one, like a bodega in New York City. Um, I do not know if you have lived in a city, but I have. And sometimes life becomes a bit hectic and tedious in the sense of repetition, you know? Like you in New York City, you come out of a building to go into another building. And, after doing that for so long, you often want to get out. You know, it's inevitable. At some point, you're gonna want to get out. And right now, I just had a bit of that moment where I am focused on maintaining my shelf full, and I lost focus because I had too much on my mind. And that's human. It's human for us to make mistake. Um, so I'm going to, before I continue to make more errors as such, I'm just going to take some time to gather myself together. Okay, I'm going to take care of this last customer. I know there might still come more customers might still show up, but right now it's the mess. The mess kind of places me in a bit of chaotic mindset. if that makes any sense. Uh, I need to rearrange those words. So the mess put me in a chaotic state of mind. I wonder if that makes sense. But nonetheless, you guys get the gist of it. I just can't believe I threw out an entire box of oil. It's a bit disturbing. It's disturbing. Imagine I did that in real life, which I have done. I have. I'm not gonna lie, I have. Okay, so let me take care of these customers. And I think they should be the last customer for the day. Okay, now I get to focus on pretty much nothing because I did not order anything before the day ends. Ugh, complete chaos. This is chaos. I should title this episode What Not to Do or Which Advice Not to Follow. This is the second day, and I believe that I have enough money to complete the objective. But before we do that, I'm going to restock. Let me first reprice. I should have a word for this because we do it every day. Okay, am I missing something? That's bread. This is how like I'm looking at my store. Okay, so everything is restock. And so now I'm going to go ahead and go over to management, growth, and there it is, section 2. Purchase this selection to expand your supermarket. And the expand will be by 4x4. In order to achieve this, you have to be level 4, and the price is $350. You know, in school it was difficult for me to pronounce things because I would usually say $350, and I learned that when you are speaking in mathematical terms, that does not apply. The N is the dot in the number. So 350 and 0 cents. Yeah, sometimes I still have difficulty with that. But I have enough money Now I'm going to go ahead and purchase it, and that will be the completion of this objective and also this episode. And there it is, guys. Now, in order for me to complete the next objective, which will be name your store, you go over to customization. Oh, let's see, unlock. It is customization. Okay, let me get out of the computer real quick. Oh, there it is. I guess they wanted you to see the dramatics of the actual update. Looks nice. You know, maybe I cannot call it a bodega anymore. Maybe I'll call it a mini supermarket, or I'm not sure if there's any other wording for it. Okay. Okay, so let me go over to the computer here. Back to management. Customization now is unlocked, as you can see. So on the next episode, we'll name the store, and we'll need $250 and 0 cents. And before I do end the episode, just because I'm teaching someone Spanish, today, my love, we're going to be doing a recap of everything that you should know by now. So I try my best to do it as quickly as possible. Like right now, these are boxes. All of these are boxes. And in Spanish, a box is a caja. So right now, before I end the episode, I'm going to buy una caja de pan. That will be a box of bread. This is una caja de pan, a box of bread. Caja meaning box. And guess what? This is very interesting, right? Because the box I have in my hands is called caja, but also the register is also called caja. Depending on what part of Spain or Spanish person speaking you are, you call this a caja or a registradora. Registradora, which would be register. So both this can be pronounced in the same way. Box, caja, caja, registradora, or register. But I'm taking my box to the garbage. Now, this is a garbage bin, right? And in Spanish, un zafacón. Zafacón. So the recap is café, té, aceite, pasta. I do not know the word for that. Huevo, leche, agua, queso, azúcar, cereal de chocolate, pan, caja, boxes, cajas, boxes, registradora, register, computer, computadora, or this you can say a desktop, a monitor. Let's say a monitor. This would be un monitor. This, um, this is a keyboard, right? I don't know how to say that in Spanish. And then the mouse, I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Hey, guys, I'm learning too. What about the table? Mesa, table, mesa, door, puerta, door, puerta, windows, ventana, windows, ventana, city, ciudad, city, ciudad, hotel, Hotel, hotel. Supermarket. In Spanish, it's the same thing. You just read it. Supermarket or una marqueta. All right, guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe and join us on the next one.